I'm gonna be honest, life has been kicking my ass lately. And I look exactly like life has been kicking my ass, I realize. But it's about the message, it's not about the messenger. I wanted to make this video to include a couple things about age. And in one of them, I'm totally throwing myself under the bus. But not in this first part. You may be someone that has lived a few decades, and of course I'm minimizing about myself by saying a few, and you may say, I don't see how I can change anything. I'm too set in my ways. I'm used to doing things my way. Maybe it's not perfect, but it is my way. This far into life, is there really a point? Well, you know that saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. I'm here to tell you, wolf, yes you can. Because it's only been in the last few years that things have come to my awareness about how the ways I am set in are not healthy. I think that we don't realize that we are operating in a dysfunctional way until something or someone points it out. And I could have used my advanced years as an excuse to not take on the personal work, because God knows everyone makes it sound like it's a nightmare and that you should be afraid of doing it. But I didn't. And I have found out so many things about myself that I wasn't aware of before, that once healed, or at least a fair amount healed, make life so much easier. So, if I could do it, and trust me, there's a whole hell of a lot of stubborn in me, anyone can. Don't tell yourself you're too old. Don't tell yourself you're too stubborn. Don't tell yourself there's no point because your better years are behind you. It's never too late, and you're never too old to heal. So don't use your age as an excuse to not do the healing that'll bring you around to getting through life easier. If I can do it, anyone can. And it is worth it. Now, on the second one, I'm throwing myself under the bus. Another saying. The one about you are what you eat. You also are what you tell yourself you are. And I was talking to my daughter the other day and caught myself saying something that I then realized I say all the time. And I'm making it my reality when it doesn't have to be. I was talking about how I need to get out of this hermit mode that I've been in for so many years. That I need to start getting out of the house and being around people and trying to have some kind of social life. And I mentioned maybe going to a local pub and doing karaoke. And then I said, I don't know though, I'm not going to know anyone. I'm going to be this stranger, this old lady walking into a bar and grabbing a mic and singing. It was that old lady thing. I say it all the time. And if we are what we say we are, I am really just chopping away at any opportunities to not be an old lady, to be a person of so many years, yes, but young at heart, maybe old in body, but young in mind and soul. We do have to watch what we say. About other people, yes, but I think most of us are more guilty of being mean to ourselves. Don't limit yourself by saying the best parts of your life are behind you. I've just kind of sabotaged myself. And you may be doing the same. We don't have to do the same things we would have when we were younger and more able. But we should be trying new things. And we shouldn't be limiting ourselves by saying the best of life is behind us. Now I'll tie that in to a twin flame aspect. I'm sure I wouldn't have had an easy time getting older anyway, but the fact that in many twin flame relationships, there are huge differences applied to me in that there's a huge age difference. That has made me more sensitive to my age and how my looks are dissipating and everything's going south. You realize you have all these insecurities about how could a younger person possibly find me attractive, especially as the years go by and the looks go away. It's part of the twin flame journey because we have to start identifying these prejudices, these things that we've taken on from society, saying what's appropriate and what's not. Those big differences are there in twin flames because we have to show that love just is, and love doesn't give a shit about those differences. If we come into union and we truly do unconditionally love each other, and then we go out in the world and despite opposition and judgment, we show people love just is, then we're doing our thing. But first, before we can do that, we have to tackle our own prejudices. And the age thing has been huge for me. Of course, when it's an older woman, then she's a cougar, she's a predator. There's all sorts of things I've had to work through. And for most of them, I've been able to say, I got these. I can deal with the haters. But as far as my own looks and this huge age difference and whether I could still be attractive, it's been a big challenge for me. And of course, it's totally discounting that love is love. And it couldn't really be love if someone was purely attached to how you looked and became less and less attached as your looks perhaps changed. So twin flame journey or not, if you love someone and you think the differences are too big, and I'm talking about really love them, like admire their inner light, not just their outsides, admire their beautiful spirit, and not just whether they practice the same religion you do. And there's a whole list of ways that twin flames can be different and have to heal the prejudices in those areas. You gotta remember, if it's the kind of love I think most of us want, unconditional or at least close approaching to that, and someone loves us for who we are inside, then we can't let how society is going to judge us negatively affect us. But it doesn't even get to society until we can work through those things ourselves. Twin flame or not, if you love someone, allow yourself to love them. Love is. Love just is.